In February of 1959, 9 experienced hikers set out into the Ural Mountains of Soviet Russia. They were students, athletes, the best of the best. None of them made it out alive. But it wasn't just that they died, it was how they died that has haunted investigators, scientists, and conspiracy theorists for over 60 years. Their tent was ripped open from the inside. Their bodies were found scattered across the snow, some in their underwear, in temperatures of -30 degrees. One was missing her tongue. 2 had chest fractures so severe, the medical examiner compared them to a car crash. And yet, there were no signs of struggle, no enemy, no predator, no avalanche. So what killed them? On January 23, 1959, 10 young hikers departed from the city of Sverdlovsk, now known as Yekaterinburg, led by Igor Dyatlov, 23 years old, a gifted engineer and seasoned mountaineer. His team was a mix of students and graduates from the Ural Polytechnic Institute. They were fit, experienced, and prepared. Their goal? To reach Otorten Mountain, a Grade 3 trek, the highest difficulty rating in the Soviet classification system. One member, Yuri Yudin, turned back early due to illness. It saved his life. He would spend the rest of his days, he died in 2013, wondering why he was the one who got to go home. The remaining 9 pressed on. They were never seen alive again. On February 26th, they found the tent on the slopes of Kholat Syakhl, a name that in the indigenous Mansi language translates to Dead Mountain. The tent was intact, but slashed open from the inside, as if the group cut their own way out in a panic. Their belongings were still inside: food, boots, warm clothing. Whatever drove them out of that tent, they left in such a hurry or such terror that they chose to face a Siberian winter night in their socks. The first 2, Dyatlov and Zinaida Kolmogorova, were discovered separately, as if they had been trying to crawl back to the tent. Their postures suggested they died fighting, pushing forward, alone in the dark. Further down the slope, near a cedar tree, 2 more bodies were found. They had built a fire. Branches had been broken from the tree as high as 5 meters up, meaning someone had climbed that tree, looking for something or running from it. The final 4 were found months later, buried under 4 meters of snow in a ravine. Nikolai Fibo-Brignol had massive skull fractures. Ludmila Dubinina and Semyon Zolotaryov had broken ribs, the kind of internal trauma you'd expect from a high-speed vehicle impact. And Dubinina was missing her tongue, her eyes, and part of her lips. The Soviet investigation concluded the cause of death was an unknown compelling force. The case was classified. The files were sealed for 30 years. The most accepted scientific explanation today is an avalanche, specifically a rare slab avalanche that could have struck the tent silently and with enormous force. In 2021, a Swiss team used computer modeling to simulate this exact scenario. It fits, but critics point out the slope angle, the weather conditions, and the lack of avalanche debris. The tent was found largely undisturbed on the surface of the snow. Many remain unconvinced. The Soviet government was actively testing weapons in that region. Witnesses reported glowing orange orbs in the sky on the night the hikers likely died. The hikers themselves had photographed mysterious lights in the days before. Some researchers believe a military parachute mine, designed to detonate above the ground and create a concussive shockwave, could explain the internal injuries, the panic, and the government's hasty cover-up. Others point to infrasound, low-frequency sound waves produced by wind passing over mountain peaks. It cannot be heard, it can only be felt. Did the mountain itself drive them mad? Local Mansi people considered that mountain sacred, forbidden. And then there are those who believe the answer is something we don't yet have a name for. In 2019, Russia officially reopened the investigation. Their conclusion, a snow avalanche. Case closed, they said, once again. But the families of the 9 hikers are not satisfied. Researchers are not satisfied. The lead Soviet investigator, Lev Ivanov, later admitted he had been ordered to classify the findings. He believed, personally, that the group had encountered something in the sky that night that science had not yet explained. Igor Dyatlov was 23, Ludmila Dubinina was 20.
They went into the mountains the way young people do, with ambition and certainty and their whole lives ahead of them. The pass where they died now bears Dyatlov's name. Every year, hikers still go there. Most come back. The mountain keeps its secrets well.